You don't look native. Well, what does a native person look like? There's not one look to us.
So are you this Indian or that Indian? Another way that individuals identify themselves are Native, Native American, or Indigenous, among others.
I would prefer people to ask me, what is your tribal affiliation?
Didn't know you guys still existed. I'm the product of my ancestors. We went through a lot to be here.
Do you live in a teepee?
The answer, of course, is no.
I've been asked if the reservation is really like a third world country. I'm lucky enough to have like pictures on my phone to be able to show them like, no, it's a complete opposite, you know?
The truth is that not all tribes have a reservation.
I grew up in an urban setting, so I represent a unique type of native, which is the urban natives.
Why do you have to be so negative? Aren't there any happy stories where people just get along?
Yeah, it's just really hard because we've had like 400 years where we've been pushed aside and had a lot of policies from the federal government that kept us down.
Actually, you know, a lot of people think of Native Americans as being very stoic. And in reality, we like to laugh a lot. We use a lot of humor, and some of it's dry humor.
Yeah, I often get asked, oh, so your education is covered for, right? You're all set? I was like, no.
They do have a college trust fund at my tribe, so you can apply to get those funds in a way, but they're not going to pay for your whole school, and you're going to have to find other ways to pay for it.
Oh yeah, do you get a check from the federal government? I wish I did, I really do, but I don't.
The reservations and just being Native doesn't mean you automatically get all these free handouts. You know, I still pay taxes. I pay state, I pay federal.
And I pay property taxes.
One of the ones I get is that like all Native Americans are drunks, or that we're all alcoholics.
But actually this last year, in 2016, there was a study that came out and found that Native Americans actually don't have an alcohol problem relative to other ethnicities.
Where can I buy a headdress? Eagle feathers carry significant spiritual significance to American Indian people. And for the people who live in the plains who wear the headdresses, not everybody gets to wear one. It has to be bestowed upon you for something that you may have done.
Do you celebrate Thanksgiving? And I look at people and say, yeah, we celebrate Thanksgiving. Well, my family does. You know, different people on my reservation do, don't. It's just like in modern mainstream, you know, some people do, some people don't.
What's your native animal? And I was like, I don't know how to refer to that.
Do you dance around fires? No, we don't. You know, it's just something kind of funny that you see on TV and people think like, oh, that's what Native Americans do, but we don't.
I've never been on a vision quest, and I don't really plan on being or going on one. Yeah.
I am not the stereotype, I'll tell you that.
It's a challenge to learn new things that directly contradict everything you've been taught your entire life to be true. That takes maturity, and that takes reflection, and that takes a willingness to be open and open-minded. That's what ASU is all about.